Hey guys, Martina Bex here from the Comprehensible Classroom with a really quick tip today on how to sustain engaging conversation with your students. And really the key to keeping a conversation going and keeping everyone interested is learning how to ask better questions. And you might have heard that a lot. I hear that a lot at trainings, and it's really important, but I think we've got to really dig into what that means. And asking better questions, I think the first thing that we've got to get comfortable with is just learning how to ask questions, on developing our automaticity, building the automaticity for asking lots of questions. And it's not supernatural when you're having a conversation with someone to ask. Usually, as humans, we love talking about ourselves. We like to tell. And so it takes some practice to stop and just make the asking become the most natural thing to you. And one little drill that I like to use, and that other teachers have found helpful, is just to practice asking questions. Is getting with someone else. It could be anyone. I mean, it could be one of your kids. It could be a friend. It could be another language teacher, and ask them a question. It could be a question about their day, like, "Hey, what did you do this morning?" And asking them to give you really short answers, and then you just practice asking rapid fire as many follow-up questions as you can about it. So, what did you do this morning? Brush my teeth. Oh, how many teeth do you have? I don't know how many I have. Do you go to the dentist often? Yeah, I go to what does your dentist look like? And so just asking random series of questions as fast as you can think of them. Just learning how to think on your feet to ask questions. That's a really helpful drill for me. So once you kind of flex your question asking muscle and you become comfortable just asking questions kind of rapid fire, then you can start really looking at the kinds of questions that you're asking and figuring out, how do I ask better questions? And then a better question doesn't mean asking the most interesting question or a question that's really high level thinking. Asking better questions means recognizing all of the different kinds of questions there are, and then strategically choosing which one of those question types to ask students in the moment to achieve whatever purpose it is that you're going for. And maybe at that moment, the purpose is clarification. It might be comprehension, checking for comprehension, like finding out if your students are really understood that last thing that was just said. It might be getting more details, like kind of pulling out a story, keeping a story going. It might be a personalized question, so connecting students somehow to whatever you're talking about with a question about an experience from their life, or about their opinion on something. It might be a creative question or an imagining question that's pushing students to, use their imagination and just have fun together. So I think that when we talk about questions and the key to engagement, first exercise that question asking muscle in your everyday conversations. Just practice asking more questions. And then the second part, start looking at sorting those out into kinds of questions, and really considering, what's the purpose? What am I trying to accomplish right now? And what is the best kind of question to use in that moment? For more tips on learning about question types and questioning, please visit www.comprehensibleclassroom.com, pop questions into the search bar, and I would love to help you become confident in your question asking. Hasta luego!